Good morning. Thank you all for being here. My name is Mike Shuford. I'm Executive Director of the Chattanooga-Hamilton County Convention Center. We're very excited that you're here this morning for this important announcement. Before we get started, there is a couple people I want to recognize. Hamilton County Mayor Jim Croppinger and Chattanooga Mayor Tim Kelly are great partners with us in this announcement. Also, Andrew Guffey is here representing Senator Marsha Blackburn, Lakin Shattuck representing Senator Bill Hagerty, Gracie White representing Congressman Chuck Fleischman, City Councilman Darren Ledford, County Commission Chair Sabrina Smedley, County Commissioner Chip Baker, County Commissioner Randy Fairbanks, County Commissioner Warren Mackey. So thank y'all for being here for this support announcement. Also, I want to say this project would not be possible without the financial support and partnership of this City of Chattanooga, Hamilton County, and EPB. And now I'm sure you're ready to hear what you're here for, so I'd like to introduce David Wade, President and CEO of EPB. I think you got stairs over here.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to be with you this morning. You know, I want to take a step backwards before we go forward and to think back to 2010. You know, at a time when Apple had just released the iPad, 3D movies were going to be the next big thing, and EPB launched the first community-wide gigabit service. At that time, you know, everybody was saying, nobody needs a gig. What are anybody going to do with a gig, you know? You know, Netflix was really the only major streaming service. And then they really had only 15 million subscribers, and only about half of them were streaming at the time. Video calls and meetings were rare, and most people only had a handful of smart devices in their homes. At first, we only had a small number of gig subscribers, but within a few years, everyone in the home was streaming video, had multiple devices, and many more people were purchasing a gig service. You know, we needed video calls for school and for work. Today, the gig has kind of become that gold standard. You know, and opening that door was an important aspect of us here in Chattanooga. You know, in 2015, EPB was the first again to announce a community-wide 10 gigabit service. Today, I'm honored to announce that the world's fastest internet just got faster, and that EPB is taking the lead once again in making Chattanooga the first in the nation to launch a 25 gig internet service available community-wide. You know, our goal is to future-proof Chattanooga's community network so that we're ready as our customers embrace emerging changes and face new challenges, as we did at the onset of the COVID pandemic when we made remote work and school a necessity overnight. And the availability of 25 gig connectivity keeps Chattanooga at that forefront to draw business investments and to make sure we have the bandwidth for our companies as they continue to grow and innovate. I'm very pleased to announce that the Chattanooga Convention Center will be the first 25 gig customer, thanks in partnership of the City of Chattanooga and Hamilton County. You know, when you think about the future of high-speed needs, it really makes sense for the convention center to be at that leading edge. Is not only is it about, you've got one single device that's requiring consumption, it is, think about when tens of thousands of folks are roaming these halls, all with one or more devices connecting on. So it totally makes sense to have Chattanooga spotlight its connectivity through the convention center. We're happy to do so. You know, it's a little bit, I think of our bandwidth sometimes a little bit like the freeway, and we want to make sure that it's the same at at 4 or 5 in the afternoon as it is 3 a.m. in the morning, that we don't end up having those times when we need bandwidth and we don't have it available. And that's really what this is about, is keeping Chattanooga at the forefront of that. We're certainly excited to have partners like the Convention Center. Thank you, Mike Schuford, for hosting us today and showcasing this technology. We certainly are thanks to Mayor Coppinger and the leadership of Mayor and the Hamilton County Commission. Thanks to your leadership, Mayor Kelly, and the leadership of the City Council in being part of helping us do such an amazing thing. We're also privileged today to have David Eckert, and Nokia's Chief Technology Officer of North America, with us today, and to be part of this groundbreaking announcement. And we're certainly thrilled to have Nokia as a partner, as has been a partner with us since day one on continuing to push the bounds of innovation, and also want to acknowledge Arista, who is providing the Wi-Fi equipment to make sure that not only do we have the amount of bandwidth coming into the building, that every application in the building is covered. And before I really introduce our next speakers, let me just recognize that all the folks at EPB, this is something that couldn't be done without a team of folks really working hard every day. So I'd be amiss if I didn't acknowledge those folks that are both here and back at the office making things happen. So thank you for that. It's my honor now to introduce to you Hamilton County Mayor Jim Coppinger. Mayor Coppinger has been one of EPB's core partners, not just in this venture, but in a lot of ventures, particularly related to education and economic development. Certainly, Mayor, we appreciate your leadership in this area, and thank you for your partnership, and welcome to the stage, Mayor.
Well, good morning. What an exciting day this is to be here and to enjoy it with a good turnout, nice crowd. First of all, thank you to David Wade and all the people at EPB. And I know there's probably several board members here from EPB. Thank you for your hard due diligence every day on the board. And I'm going to acknowledge specifically the commission and tell you the importance of the commission and what they've meant to me during my tenure. But first of all, I want to say to Mike Schuford, we really appreciate your leadership here at the Convention Center. It's really been a privilege to work with you all these years, and you do a great job. To the board members, I know there's many board members here at it's actually the Card Street Board. If you're here, I just want to acknowledge and tell you how appreciative we are for your service and how important that is. To any of the elected people, I want to say thank you. But I want to give a heartfelt thank you first and foremost to the County Commission, and particularly with Sabrina Smedley, the chair, that's shown a lot of leadership in her role, Commissioner Fairbanks and Commissioner Baker. Again, these people that we bring these ideas to them, they study them, and then they approve them. And this was one of those projects that Mayor Kelly and I had the opportunity to work together on. By the way, I really enjoy the partnership that with Tim Kelly as well as our city mayor, and we're in great hands going forward. I'm a city of Chattanooga resident, so Mayor, I'll be looking in on you. But in all seriousness, the way that these things come together, they start with a conversation and an idea, and then David Wade makes them a reality, right? And that's what we expect of EPB. So over the years, there's been numerous projects. Before this, it was Ed Connects, which was really important to all of our students in Hamilton County. We really thank you, again, David, for that as well. And again, all of these ideas that the County Commission and the City Council had to approve. I don't want to leave out, I'm sure Mayor Kelly's going to mention Darren Ledford, but his leadership on the council as well. Again, seeing the importance of what EPB means to our community. And this announcement today, what in essence it means, Mike has about 400 or 500 events a year here, about 650,000 people that come into this arena, and they want this speed that EPB is announcing today. They want to be able to live stream. They want to be able to max out at everything that they do here. And that's being made possible today with this announcement by EPB. But again, it's the vision of a lot of people that come together to realize the importance of having these events. And ladies and gentlemen, it's about 40 to 50 conventions we have here, which plays a major role in helping with our hotels and our restaurants and things of that nature. And none of this would not be possible without the coordinated effort from Barry White that heads up our Chattanooga Tourism Company. And I say that because, again, Barry plays an integral role in getting us back to being over $1 billion industry in tourism here in Hamilton County and Chattanooga. And that's really, something that's really, really important to all of us. So, as I close today, I just want to say there's so many people in this room today that I'm so grateful I've had the opportunity to meet. And I had a brief conversation with our chancellor at UTC, Steve Engel, a while ago when we were talking about, the things and the good, exciting things that are going on at UTC as well. And I'm telling you, we are living in a time here in this city, in this county, like none other. We are attracting businesses. We're attracting people that want to come here to live, to work, to play, and yes, retire. And none of this would not be possible if we didn't have, some outstanding leadership that we have, not only in the political arena, but also in our business sector. The majority of the people, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but 99% of the people that come here don't come here because of politicians. They come here because of our businesses. And if you're one of those 93% of our small businesses in Hamilton County, thank you for choosing to do business here. You're what keeps us propped up. And I've said that from day one and will continue to say that. If you're a large business, obviously we appreciate that as well, but I want to acknowledge our small businesses for sure. Now, I have the great honor and privilege of introducing someone who's been my partner for the last, I guess it's been about 18 months now or longer. Someone I've come to know really well. I see his passion for the different things and for Chattanooga and what he wants to see happen here, but I also see his compassion for people. I've seen his willingness to jump in there and get involved in education and things that he didn't have to, but he chose to do that to make this a better community to live in, to enhance the quality of life for all the people in this county, particularly in the city of Chattanooga. So it's with a great deal of honor. This will be my last time to get to introduce your mayor of the city of Chattanooga, Tim Kelly. Let's give him a warm welcome.
Well, good morning, and thank you, Mayor Coppinger, for that kind introduction. We'll miss you, Jim. And I, again, you're one of ours again in the city, so I look forward to seeing more of you around the gym, the city gym, that is. And so thank you for that. Look, as Chattanoogans, we pride ourselves on being at the cutting edge of just about everything. From our smart city infrastructure to our world-class riverfront and park system, Chattanooga is really a perfect example, I'd like to think, of how a mid-sized city can do very big things. And we're continuing that tradition today. By being the first in the nation to launch a community-wide 25 gig internet service, we aren't just upholding our gig city moniker, we're solidifying Chattanooga as a primary hub for America's innovation economy. And that's a very big deal. So, let's hear it again for EPB. Yeah. This incredible new resource will not only attract businesses and top talent from around the globe, it will unlock new potential for cutting-edge technical innovation right here in Chattanooga. With this tool, tech companies and entrepreneurs will have the bandwidth to help propel our global economy forward, from blockchain to artificial intelligence and more, things we can't even imagine yet. And the tens of thousands of Chattanoogans who rely on high-quality internet for work will be able to work faster than ever before. The original gig announcement, which a lot of us remember 12 years ago, brought all sorts of unanticipated users and uses here from all over the place, as David Wade mentioned. And by once again leading the way, I feel sure that we'll see that same phenomenon reoccur. Simply said, this is another huge boon for our local economy. Thanks again to EPB. And on behalf of the city of Chattanooga, we could not be more thrilled to partner with Hamilton County, with the Chattanooga Tourism Company, and the rest of the city to bring this lightning fast speed, first and foremost, to our very own convention center. So many people helped make this happen today. So again, I'm going to go through the litany of thanks. So bear with me because they all deserve this and more. I want to take just a few minutes to thank them. Again, first off, to my close friend and closest partner, Hamilton County Mayor Jim Coppinger, you have been a tireless advocate for innovation and smart economic growth for our city and across the county. We are here today because of your leadership. So thank you. And thanks again to our predecessors. It has to be said, the city and county mayors from Corker to Ramsey to Kinsey and Littlefield, whose partnership and vision made today possible. Without them, we would not be standing here talking about this today. Thanks again to the Chattanooga City Council and Chairman Ledford, who's here today. We couldn't do it without you, for being champions for innovation and for always supporting opportunities that drive our economic growth. Thank you. I also want to recognize the Hamilton County Commission and the commission members here today. Thank you so much for being here. Your support and investment to bring this to the convention center will serve this city and county for many, many years to come. Thank you to Barry White and the entire Chattanooga Tourism Company for their investment and partnership as well. You guys have quickly become our rock stars around here. There you are. And we really, really appreciate all your hard work and your vision. The nation is watching what we're doing here very clearly, and we're grateful for your leadership in showcasing the full potential of our city to people near and far. I also want to thank the Chattanooga Area Chamber of Commerce, specifically Christy Gillenwater and Charles Wood for being our essential economic development partners, and to Mike Schufert and the Chattanooga Area Convention Center team and board. Thank you so much for being our 25 gig guinea pigs. I'm sure it'll be fine. But I can't think of a better place to launch this new resource. We're kind of going from worst to first in one fell swoop here, and that's super exciting. I'm excited to see the new hybrid conferences, the e-gaming competitions, and other innovative events that we're sure to attract to Chattanooga as a result. And of course, the biggest thank you to Vicki Gregg, to David Wade, and to everyone at EPB who made this day possible. You continue to push the boundaries of what a utility can do in America while keeping the heart of your stated mission to improve this community's quality of life. So thank you again for making Chattanooga such a compelling place to live and build a business. As mayor, I'm incredibly proud of the work that you do and incredibly grateful for the partnership we've built. So, and finally, thank you to David Eckerd and the entire Nokia team for providing the groundbreaking technology that's made all this possible and will make this 25 gig speed possible for the entire community. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. David Eckerd, Nokia's Chief Technology Officer for North America. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Very proud to be here, and thank you for having me for this auspicious announcement. And, you know, over 150 years ago, railroads defined Chattanooga as a hub of commerce, bringing tremendous amounts of prosperity, and really bestowing the name, Gateway to the South. However, we're at a new moment in time where we're charting new railroads of the future. But unlike in the past, those railroads, or these new transportation vehicles will not be made of steel, it'll be made of glass. A decade and a half ago, as mentioned before, the leaders of your electric utility and of your community set out to create this incredible network to provide the connectivity to your citizens. And while this initial investment was large and, of course, very ambitious, it was built with the future in mind, to be able to meet the insatiable demands of bandwidth and all the new applications that were not foreseen at the moment when you built this network. But Nokia's been there since the very beginning. We've been a partner. We've been able to help deliver the services and solutions that your community needs to have. We are committed to innovation and technology, leadership across our mobile, fixed, and cloud networks. We're led by our award-winning Nokia Bell Labs as we continue to bring these new technologies and solutions to the market. Together, we've enabled these new use cases that have brought investments to your community of over 10,000 jobs, over $2.7 billion of benefit to this community over the last 10 years. It's allowed your community to stay connected and thrive during some of the darkest moments of this past pandemic. Yet as the first to deploy this technology, it will enable you not just to be the gateway to the South, but to be the gateway to the digital world. And so with this announcement, it really embodies the mission at Nokia, which is we create technology to let the world act together. Tim mentioned, the country's looking in envy of what you guys are doing. I would say it's not just this country. I'd say it's the entire world. So again, congratulations on turning this up. And again, Nokia as a partner, we stand here with you to continue to bring these types of technology innovations to your community. So with that, I'd like to introduce Barry White, President and CEO of Chattanooga Tourism Company.
I can't agree more. We want to be the envy of the world, don't we? I'd like to start, I'm going to start with some thank yous, and I'll start first with Mayor Kelly and thanking him and his team for their participation in making this happen. Thank you, Darren, thank you very much for your support and all of City Council's support. From the county, Mayor Coppinger, it's been a pleasure working with you. You've been incredible. You're still going to be here. We're still going to call on you. And thank you for your support. And the three county commissioners sitting behind you there, Sabrina, Chip, and Randy, you have all served on our board and served our organization, this community well. So we appreciate everything that you all do every day and the entire county commission. I'd also like to thank Mike Shuford and the Carter Street Corp for pursuing this, and I'm going to thank EPB as well. And I'm going to come back at the end with another little story about EPB. But this is, technology and tech startups have become part of our DNA in Chattanooga. And when we'll have the ability to showcase some of the greatest technology in the world right here in our convention center with, again, hundreds of thousands of people, as Mayor Coppinger stated. It's pretty incredible to think about it. And our mission is, part of our mission is to take advantage of the technology and to become the most innovative and competitive destination, city and county, in the U.S. This week, I think could become the best in the world, actually. So thank you for that perspective. So in our organization, we always try to overpromise, overdeliver, excuse me, we always try not to do that. Overdeliver is what I wanted to say. We try to overdeliver. So I want to tell you a little story. So we started, I was in a couple of meetings with Mike and with the EPB and talking about upgrading internet here at the center and talking about getting a gig in. So then I find out a few weeks ago that, hey, we were just looking for a gig. And then they call up and say, hey, we're going to do 25 gig. And I'm like, okay, fantastic. And thought that was going to be the announcement today, was 25 gig in the center. And then about 5 or 6 days ago, maybe, they called and said, hey, we're going to announce 25 gig for the entire community. Now that's over-delivering. That is over-delivering. And it will put us on the map. We will have the ability to host, as mentioned before, gaming, esports, and other things. And when everybody walks in here to this center and eventually into our community, they will recognize that we are making things happen, and that the way we can do in Chattanooga, the way we do it in Chattanooga is we can do anything we set our minds to. So again, congratulations to everybody. Mike, pleasure working with you. Love that. Love what we're doing here today, and want to thank everybody again. And my most important responsibility is introduce one of our greatest, I love working with Christy, our relationship with the Chamber of Commerce. Again, we share that objective of making Chattanooga and Hamilton County the best place in the world. So please welcome President and CEO Christy Gillenwater.
That's Cousin Barry. We call our Chattanooga tourism friends our cousins. So hello, good morning. What a day, y'all. What a day. Tell you, EPB is making history again, and it is such a privilege to represent the Chattanooga Chamber's Board of Directors and my colleagues on our staff today as a part of this program and celebration. Want to lift up Team EPB, David Wade and team, you're amazing. You make our job so much easier. Thank you. You make Barry's job easier, our mayor's jobs easier. Thank you. Gosh, Mayor Coppinger, you've just been such a blessing. I'm going to have a chance to talk about him a little bit more tomorrow, so I will refrain, and I don't want to get emotional. But thank you for your partnership. Our commissioners, gosh, Randy, Sabrina, Chip, look at your leadership. Thank you. This is an amazing day. Mayor Kelly, thank you. Darren, thank you on the council. Again, these kinds of partnerships are what makes Chattanooga and Hamilton County so unique, right? It's what we're all so proud of. So everyone who came into this today, Nakia, everyone, your partnership is extremely exciting. And there are a few things I wanted to lift up today as it relates to this announcement. You know, with the world's fastest internet and the nation's most advanced smart city infrastructure, Chattanooga is the best place for companies to locate. Small, medium, and large companies alike will see this announcement as yet another reason to explore Chattanooga as the place to grow their business. And I'll tell you all, our pipeline is strong. Our pipeline continues to grow. Charles and our entire economic development team, they are just constantly busy. And we know that this announcement will just strengthen that pipeline even more. And that's, by the way, not just new companies looking here, but our existing companies looking to expand, right? And EPB's new 25 gig represents a new platform to support companies who are innovating and growing. And we can't wait to see the impact this investment will have on our community, especially as Chattanooga is known for logistics, entrepreneurs in tech and beyond, as well as our startup spirit. And vibrant local sectors like education and healthcare. I know we've talked about education. You think about healthcare, right? We think about the pandemic. And how will those sectors use now this 25 gig? And I think about, as I was listening to everyone's comments, you know, how well positioned we were with the challenging 3 years we've all faced together as a community, right? But we had the gig. What a difference that made for all of our abilities to Zoom, right? To have virtual meetings for our students to learn, and the synergies that EPB, the school system, the county, the city, and others brought to bear for students. It's really amazing to think about this 25 gig and what it will mean in the future. And this also, I can never leave this out, strengthens our ability to attract talent here, right, and remote workers, thus again growing our population. And you know, I have to say, as a parent, a little story, you know, every time we travel anywhere, my kids always complain, "Mommy, their internet here is so slow." Yes, that's right. We're not in Chattanooga anymore. And guess what? It's going to be even more challenging to go anywhere else with them because this speed will make such a difference for our youth. So when you think about retaining youth, right, and I think about our UTC students, right, I think about our Southern and Venice students. Ben's in the audience too. You know, oh my gosh, that ability for them to see we're such a forward-leaning community. Please stay here and continue to grow your career, right? So again, we are so proud at the Chamber to collaborate with imaginative partners like EPB, our city, our county, Chattanooga Tourism Company, and all of our partners, our economic development partners in the ecosystem. And everyone who made today possible. It is a new day, yet again, in Chattanooga and Hamilton County. And with that, I'll invite Mike back up. So thanks, Mike.
Well, I'm sure you realize now how excited, why we were so excited about this announcement. It was hard. I'm known for a couple of weeks, and trying to keep it quiet just was a tough challenge. Once again, I thank the city, the county, EPB, and all our partners in making this possible. Also, Nokia and Arista for their support. And this concludes the announcement, but if the speakers don't mind hanging around for a few minutes up by the stage in case anybody has any private questions or anything, we'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much.